Yeah, the green, so sick in the beat.
Yo, what's up? How you doing out there? You welcome to my podcast. I go by the name DJ Big Sam. Okay, on the show we'll be checking out something big, historical, and most of all, we are going to be celebrating hip hop. I recall at a press conference, I wanted to interview this guy, but the place was tight, so I decided to postpone it till the main event. It's a press conference meant for a big show, and I never knew he wasn't going to make it to the big show. I mean, to the main event. Whoa! It's 14 years after we lost Oladapo, Olaetan, Olaonipekun, aka Dagrin. Dagrin was a great rapper, great artist. He was a pioneer of indigenous rap music. Now, don't get it twisted. There were some guys before Dagrin, and we have to give kudos to them. Talk about the likes of Lord of Ajasa, AY in the UK. Those that remember that guy used to rap in pure Yoruba language. But Lord of Ajasa made it to mainstream markets. Lord of Ajasa actually was one that who first gave us the beauty and flavor of Yoruba rap. I mean, indigenous rap music. So I might just label Lord of Ajasa as the first official pioneer of indigenous rap music. Then Dagrin comes as second official pioneer of indigenous rap music. Now, checking out Dagrin, he dropped two albums. Talk about Still on the Matter, which came out in 2006. Then in 2009 to 2010, he had a second album. Talk about CEO, Chief Executive of Moita. And that album was the one that actually blew Dagrin, that gave him his breakthrough into the mainstream market. And he worked with the likes of Omawumi, talk about some other great artists on that particular project, and he has influenced, contributed so much to some artists' career. Talking about the likes of YQ, and the rest. And Dagrin was on the verge of taking over the whole industry, and but his life was cut short, in a car crash. Whoa, so sad. I mean, something very sad, which you know, uh, music fans felt so bad. The whole world, even those who did not have interest in music, they took interest due to Dagrin's death. Now, looking at Dagrin's death, its significance, it looks more like a sacrifice for the music industry, especially indigenous rap music, because ever since his demise, indigenous rap music was given more attention, was given more respect, was given more focus, and we had the likes of Olamide coming out. We had Fino, rapping. I mean, yeah, the east part of the country, using his own dialect, Igbo. No, let me say Igbo. To communicate, with his fans, and we had those who were even doing it before the Green died, but we're not really giving that much attention. But later on, after the Green's death, they came out big, talking about Reminisce and some other dudes. Dagrin is a big significance, a big symbol for Nigeria's music industry. So, still talking in significance, it has brought more attention to music industry and entertainment, at large. You understand? Now, talk about lessons that we could learn from his death. When a label signed as artist, Dagrin was running a solo, was running his project as a solo man. He dropped the CEO album, second album under Mr. Funyi, his own record label. But he needed more support, more finance. So he partnered. Okay, let me say, Headline Records signed him, to shoot video for some of his songs, and they even, make it a full-blown record deal. Now, it was given some packages to make it a very good signing. To make Dagrin a very comfortable artist. He was given an accommodation, he was given a car, and some other things. Now, when you give an artist a car, this is a lesson for record labels. Try as much as you can to get him a driver, because Dagrin's death, I would say Dagrin is responsible for his death, and the record label, Headline Records, is responsible for his death. But God knows everything. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just trying to pick out things that we can learn from, things that we can, make use of. So that's why I'm, I mean, looking at the whole thing in this perspective. When you send an artist and you give him a car, try and sign alongside him a driver, or you pick one of his guys to drive him. One who doesn't drink, or if he drinks, he's not a heavy drinker. Dagrin was a heavy drinker. I'm not trying to judge Dagrin, no, but there wasn't any proof at the scene of his death. At the scene of the accident, whether he was drunk, or was alcoholic at the time. That was why he lost control of the wheel. There wasn't any proof of that. But I'm just saying, for artists that goes for events, even if he doesn't drink, one way or the other, they might push him to drink. They might, ask him to take something, to liven up. And Dagrin likes to drink. Those who are close to Dagrin, testify to this. But I'm not saying, he was driving, under alcohol. Under the influence of alcohol. I'm just trying to, pick some lessons from this. And aside the alcohol, the drink aspect of it, artists might get tired, fatigue. You go out to perform, the performance, and you want to drive yourself. At times when I go out to play as a DJ, I need, I drive myself a lot of times, but I always feel the fatigue, the tiredness in me. So I find that I try as much as I can to get someone, to drive me, or even go out with my boys, So when coming back, one of them, to drive, not that I have to drive myself. After playing for hours, because you put in energy to play, to speak. So for an artist who jump around on stage, racking his brain, to spit out lyrics and still jumping at the same time, well, it's not something easy. So it's a lesson for us, to learn from. Now, check this out. Some people said, if Dagrin was alive, I disagree. I totally disagree. There is something about this music thing. It's like saying Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Busta Rhymes, Jaro would never blow if Biggie and Tupac didn't die. Olamide would blow even if Dagrin was still alive. But the difference is, it might take a while. Olamide, dropping his first official single in June 2010 and running to 2011, they actually paved way for him. He gave him the breakthrough into the mainstream market. It might not be that soon. It might need to like spend 2, 3 or more years before he eventually blew. If Dagrin was still alive, but Dagrin was a big voice that time. You understand? But don't say Olamide will not play. Olamide even, and riding on the platform of Ide Kabasa, and recall, get it right, Ide Kabasa was the one producing Lord of Ajasa. So he has experience when it comes to indigenous rap music. And he has experience when it comes to Nigerian music industry. He was there for Banky W when Banky was launching his first set of projects. He was with Banky. He was behind the success to an extent. So for Olamide to roll with such a person, such a big heavyweight in the industry, so that will also help him in pushing his project. So definitely Olamide will blow. So it's something huge, and Dagrin is an artist that we have to keep remembering. Honestly, it is a big sacrifice for the industry, and at the time he was taking over the industry, he was coming out so big, he was everywhere, like everybody was expecting Dagrin. He was scheduled to perform at Havana Carnival, talking about UI's biggest event in 2010, and it was among the headliners for that event. In fact, it was the one everyone was waiting for. And I was at the press conference for that Abana Carnival. That was the conference I was talking about in Lagos. So I felt, okay, let me chill. When it comes when it comes down to Ibadan, I'm gonna have enough time, enough space to do interview for him, but never knew he wasn't gonna make it. Everybody waited and waited at that event, but that he wasn't announced, to come on stage. Never knew there was an accident he was involved in. It's something bad, something pathetic. We are going to keep doing our own beats, to celebrate. Like 14 years after, and the industry has stepped up. Now we got Grammy nominations. Now we have Afrobeat, and some are even saying, "Oh, maybe Afrobeat killed rap." No. Everything, everything works together. You can make your song Afrobeat, make your song rap. You can fuse rap and Afrobeat together. I mean, how would you describe Tony Montana by Skepta and Portable? It's hip hop, it's pop, it's Afrobeat, it's everything. So the industry is doing well. I'm sure that Green up in the heaven will be smiling. I mean, looking at how the music industry and how the music industry is today. So that's all for now. I have to go. I'm still DJ Big Sam. Follow me on my social media handles, and do not, you know, flip the channel anytime we come on board. And you can, pass a comment on the comment section. I mean, you see it right there. So I got to go right now. I'll catch you guys some other time. I'm still DJ Big Sam. Bye.
Yeah, the green, so seek in the beat.